Hey everybody, good afternoon, good evening. It's Chris here again. Welcome back to those of you who have been tuning in. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's called Daily Reflections with Chris. So pretty much for those of you who maybe this is your first time, you're not aware, you're just saying like, who's this dude, right? What is he doing? What is he talking about? Well, we're talking about this book. We're reading daily reflections on this book. It's called Daily Reflections. And what is Daily Reflections? Well, it's a book for by AA members for AA members, right? You know, Alcoholics Anonymous but you don't have to be an Alcoholics Anonymous. You can be in any type of recovery, and you don't even have to be in recovery, right, to get something out of this. Excuse me, I'm so excited. I'm really excited to be here with you guys, and I get a little twisted when I get so excited, right? So let's start reading if that's okay with you. Hi everybody. Today is June 23rd. Trusting others. But does trust require that we blind to other people's motives or indeed to our own? Not at all. This would be folly. Most certainly, we should assess the capacity for harm as well as the capability for good in every person that we would trust. Such a private inventory can reveal the degree of confidence we should extend in any given situation. That's from As Bill Sees It, page 144. I am not a victim of others, but rather a victim of my expectations, choices, and dishonesty. When I expect others to be what I want them to be and not who they are, when they fail to meet my expectations, I am hurt. When my choices are based on self-centeredness, I find I am lowly and distrustful. I gain confidence in myself, however, when I practice honesty in all my affairs. When I search my motives and am honest and trusting, I am aware of the capacity for harm in situations and can avoid those that are harmful. Wow. I really like how it started with like trusting others, but it's really talking about trusting ourselves, right? First. Because as we've talked about so far, it really hasn't been the other person, it's really been us, right? Yeah, people have done things to us that were not okay. People have talked to us in a certain way that was not okay. People have cheated on us, lied to us, stole from us. I get that. That did happen, right? But now that we're in recovery, we can see that in people. Come on, folks, we're grown-ups, right? We can probably detect in somebody else, because now we've done the steps, we're working through our inventory, we're getting a little more clear-minded, we're starting to see the signs of not only of how other people harm us, but how we harm other people, right? We see these patterns through step 4 and through step 5. We see these patterns that we've been doing over and over to hurt people. So now what happens is, for me, myself, I have a little bit more clarity. So if somebody comes up to me and, I trust everybody. I always trust everybody right away. Now, if they start doing things that maybe the stories don't line up, they've lied to me about something already and I just met them, little things like that, I gotta watch out for and just check, just be aware of that, right? And then if I still want to move forward with the relationship or a friendship, then I can, but I know that I can take myself out of the situation real early on if I want to, right? I don't have to wait till I'm so deep anymore. Before I would get into relationships, I'll see red flags, they lying to me, cheating on other people with me. I mean, a whole bunch of things that I used to do, right, when I was active in my addiction, and even a little bit afterwards, because I didn't get right here where I am today overnight. So now I can see the patterns of somebody who is perhaps cheating, and I can ask questions, right? Because I was taught that I can kill assumptions if I ask questions, right? If I can communicate back and forth with that person, it doesn't matter who that person is. It could be a family member, it could be a work buddy, it could be somebody I'm in a relationship, right? I need to be able to ask questions. And if they're starting to get a little bit offended by the questions I ask, then then we will communicate about it, right? And if I'm really wrong, then I'll stop. But we have to be careful. I think for me, I have to be careful if the same type of patterns keep happening over and over, and I have to get honest. Chris, what are you doing here? You already know this person, already done lied to you 3 or 4 times. You know, if this person, I cannot expect this person to be honest with me just because I'm honest with them, right? So I have to make the decision. I have to check my motives. Why am I in this relationship still? Why am I in this situation still? What am I still doing here? Am I getting any financial gain? Maybe I'm comfortable here. Maybe I like, let's get honest here. We're grown ups. Maybe I like the sex. Who knows why we're there, right? Maybe because I feel like I'm not going to find somebody else. I know it sounds crazy, but there are people out there who stay in situations because they feel like they're not going to find anybody else. And I get that, but I don't get that from like drop dead gorgeous women or from guys who have it all together and they still feeling insecure. To me, that's astonishing, right? It just like freaks me out. I was like, wow, like you have everything going for you and you still feel like you're not worthy. Wow. But I'm not making fun of those people because I know that childhood trauma is real. PTSD from childhood is real. Living your childhood in a blackout is real. I know that, right? But today, if you're in recovery or in therapy or in something, there's, whatever's working for you, if you're doing something that's working for you, keep doing it, right? Get healed from all those things so that you can have the clarity to have better relationships, to make better decisions, to have the facts in front of you, to be able to make a wise, some sort of a better decision, right? I believe we learn. I believe that I learned from some of the bad decisions that I made. But if I'm continuing to make the same bad decisions, expecting a different result, then that's insanity, right? Just like it was with my drinking and my drugging. I keep thinking, oh man, if I just do it like this, I'll get that high. If I just do it this, if I just drink this, if I just add a little bit of this or add a little bit of that, or maybe take some, I tried everything to get alcohol to fill the void. It was crazy. So now I have to be careful that I'm not doing that with people or places or things or work or money or food or, it could be a whole bunch of things, right? So if maybe you're in therapy, that's working for you, you're getting healing, great. If you're going to church, you're getting healing, fantastic. If you're in recovery, maybe you're in part of one of these 12-step groups like I am, and you're getting healing, awesome. Like, do it. Keep doing it. Whatever's working, keep doing it. Keep doing. But if it's not working, please stop and go do something else. Man, don't waste your time trying to make programs work for you when they don't. I don't know. I have tried some jobs that I can't say that I tried anything really hard enough that didn't work. I know that I put some effort to things that maybe perhaps could have worked, but I didn't really give it a good shot. So I don't know what your story is. I know that AA has worked for me. I know that the 12 steps have helped me heal. I know that I did do a little bit of therapy last year that really, really got to some of the root of some of the stuff that I was still dealing with as far as relationships, right? And I know, and I go to church, and my pastor is awesome. I love her. She builds us up, and she teaches me how to live my life, to be a better person, and to watch out for those who to not put up with those who are not treating me like I should be treated, right? As a person who if they can't even love me as another human being, then I don't really want to have anything to do with them. And today I have the courage and the strength and the power to walk away, run if I have to, whatever. Just like, hey, it's not going to happen no more like it used to. And before, I would put up with things just to have somebody in my life. And the healing that came from the therapy that I went through last year, it's amazing. It's so amazing. and the clarity that I'm getting by just staying sober one more day at a time, I have so much clarity and so much that I could read something today, something that I've been reading for the past 20 years. I can read it today and see it just a little bit different. And how, you know, I trust others, right, till I don't. And it's all about honesty. It's my honesty. It's my expectations I gotta look like. Why? Because, I mean, like, so let me just tell you this little story, and I'm gonna try to make it short because my videos, they need to really be under 15 minutes until I go live, and then they can be as long as I want them to be. So one time this friend comes up to me and he's like, "Hey Chris, come over here." And I was like, "Okay." And you know, I was not having a really good day. I was probably crying all day, and he was like, "So what's going on? Tell me, you know, trouble in paradise, right?" Because it was a relationship issue. And I said, "Yeah, man, so and so. It's like they do this, they do that, they do that." He's like, "Whoa, hold on." He says, "I know that person, and probably what you're saying is true." He said, "But you still want to be with her?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "So I know what it says about her, the situation." He says, "But what does it say about you that you still stay in it?" And I think this is what this is asking me, this reading today. What does it say about me if I'm still hanging out with people that are just tearing me down? What does it say about me if I'm still trying to push my chair into tables where there's no space for me? What does it say about me if I'm still with the cheater and the liar? What does it say about me, right? What does it say about me? Well, it probably says I have some low self-esteem. It probably says that I have some unhealed wounds. It probably says that my motives are not pure. You know, I have to get honest about that for me today. And am I always, I mean, is that a daily situation for me? No, not exactly. No, I mean, I didn't have to check my motives today. You know, I don't know what tomorrow brings. But I know that if the situation arises, I know what to do with it. And that's what these books are meant to do, is to give me tools that when that situation arises, what is Chris gonna do? Because drinking's not an option anymore. It's not for me. Neither is drugging. Every time I work a lot, right? So sometimes my bones hurt because I get sore, or maybe I turn the wrong way, or I carry something too heavy, right? So my bones hurt, and I have ibuprofen there, and I always have to check the expiration date. Why? Because for me, I don't even turn to that. I could be a long time with just a little bit of pain. Why? Because I have this fear of relapse. And besides drinking and drugging, I used to really, really indulge in pills. And any little pill, it just makes me feel a certain type of way. Not like I want more, but it's like, Chris, why are you really doing this? Check your motives. Again, check your motives. Why are you doing this? Why are you taking these ibuprofens? Man, my back hurts. Okay. But if it's like 10 days down the road, like, Chris, why are you taking this ibuprofen? People say it's not addictive. You're probably right. Ibuprofen is not addictive. But I have caught myself, sorry about the dogs. I have caught myself taking ibuprofen when nothing hurts. And then I'm just like, what? What are you doing? It's like, oh yeah, nothing hurts. Oh my God, nothing hurts. And then I put it down. So, I'm not a victim today. I do have a choice. People will still come at me in different ways. I have a choice. How am I going to react? What am I going to do with that information? You know, am I going to receive it as, if somebody tells me something or talks to me a certain way, am I going to receive it as like, that's what I deserve, or that's how I'm supposed to be talked to? Not today. Not today. I can receive it as they're having a bad day. I can receive it as I might have done something that wasn't quite all right with them and work on that, right? I can receive it as maybe she wasn't talking about me. I don't know. I can receive it as anything. Anything, really. But today I refuse to receive it as what you just said about me. That's true. And I'm a POS. I am a liar. But I don't do that anymore. Because I refuse to receive that. I refuse to receive negative comments about me from others. Because I've worked hard, man. I worked hard for my recovery. I don't know where you are in your recovery. I don't know what it's cost you to stay in the same places. I don't know if you're still feeling like a victim today. But folks, I just want to let you know, you have the power, man. You have the power within you to make a different choice today. What you're going to put up with, what you're not going to put up with, where you're going to stay, where you're not going to stay. Come on, people. We're adults now. It's okay. When we were children, we didn't have a choice, but now we're grown-ups. We do have a choice, and I guarantee you that you can do it. But I just have to say this too. For me, I could do it, but I couldn't do it alone. I had to find a power. How did I find that? I found that through prayer. Praying prayers that I didn't believe that they would work. Praying to a God I didn't even know. And it still worked. It still worked, folks. I'm here. I'm living proof that that stuff works. You know, there's people who choose to stay in the addiction. There's people who choose to stay in the lifestyle because something is so deep inside them that they don't have a way out, right? Maybe they don't have nobody to talk to. Maybe their wounds are so deep that they feel like God has forgot about them. I don't know what it is, but if that's you today, just know that God hasn't forgotten about you. He's right there. He's just waiting for you to reach out. God is a gentleman. He will not force himself onto you. He will not show off. He'll show out. He'll show out on you if you ask him to. But he will never force himself. He's a gentleman. I challenge you to pray tonight. I don't care what prayer you pray. Pray something. Google a prayer, simple prayer, long prayer, whatever you want. Serenity prayer, the Our Father, the Hail Mary. Pray something. And I guarantee you something will happen. Something's going to happen. And if nothing happens, well then, leave me a comment and tell me that I'm full of, that I don't know what I'm talking about. But if something happens, thank God, tell somebody about it. Tell somebody, even if it's just one person. Healing is so good. Healing is so good. I'm so glad that, I went through a lot of confusion and chaos. A lot of weird things happened. Got accused of being someone I wasn't. I mean, it's weird what I've been through. But because of my relationship with my higher power, who I choose to call God, because this thing that me and him got going on, I've overcame a lot. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I cannot not tell somebody. I have to tell somebody. And today that somebody is you. So give it a shot. And you know what? Do it for 2 weeks. Something's bound to happen in 2 weeks. And then tell me all about it. All right. I love you. Have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your night. I'm about to head out myself to hang out with some friends, drink some coffee. I gotta stop and buy sweetbread. I'm super late, but that's okay. Something told me get on the tube right now, so here I am. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, friends.